Hey there guys, Spazzy here, aka Syndromes, and welcome back to Avorion. Now before I start today's episode, let's have a very quick look at the last vote regarding what to do with the indecisive, and I'm gonna very quickly explain how I'm going to interpret the results. So, at the time of recording this episode, I have 58 votes in total, and a third of you want to have the ship remain with all the equipment that it currently has, and 2/3 of you want to see it just, be stripped and left as a memento. So, if I was a smarter person, I would have anticipated this sort of solution. This solution I'll explain in a moment. But, yeah. So, a small reminder, when it comes to these votes, I want to take in both sides into account. It's not really the first past the post sort of vote. I want to take I kind of want to see what the overall stance is on the matter, and basically try to compromise it and do the thing. So in the previous episode we actually jumped into the next section, but we're going to be actually going back for a moment because of these last second changes regarding to the vote itself. What I ended up figuring out, and again, if I was a smarter person, I would have actually provided it as one of the ways to do this, but the indecisive is primarily a combat ship. And so, I think what's going to happen is we are simply going to make sure that all of the combat-related stuff is just going to remain. And everything else is just gonna, be done the do. But yeah, so we're gonna take the injector, we're going to take the scanner, the hyperspace upgrade, and also the object detector. And everything else is just how it is. Nothing else about this ship changes. It's still at 783 Omicron, and it is just going to chill here for a bit. That's the overall idea. Now, as for everything else, I need to switch to Jerry the Junker. Jerry will just have to be our, impromptu kind of exploration ship. But in order to do that, I actually have to make sure that I have all of these other unrelated things unmounted. And in order to do that, I actually do need... Oh, there it is, a equipment dock. So what do you have? Nothing worth mentioning. So yeah, Jerry is by far not even close to being a combat ship. If I actually remember this correctly, I don't think that we even have it... No, it has some integrity. That's actually good. But yeah, we're going to be using this thing solely to actually get to our new location. Like, I really don't think that I'm going to be placing any of the things that we just took from the indecisive just yet. But at the same time, Jerry will have to be our kind of ship of use until I'm actually friendly enough to commission our new main ship. Because one of the, again, small reminder, one of the things that we do is in fact make sure that in the next sectors, aka the Neonite sectors, we are going to be building a completely new main ship, and the series is going to be named after it. But in order to do that, I actually have to be somewhat better related to them, so that is certainly a thing. I'm also going to grab these mining turrets because any kind of titanium mining turret is a big deal right now, because that's something I have to stock up before I actually travel to the Neonite sectors. Otherwise, our mining ships are just not going to be capable of actually doing anything there. I'm also not really sure how it is going to work in terms of... I don't remember who was the hostiles. So if you remember correctly, so there's no mining turrets here, sadly. So as you remember, Scouty McScoutface got trashed twice trying to survive in these regions. Like, they were being attacked by something. Actually, the Church of... Let's take a look. The Church... Oh, okay, there we are. Okay, so what do they... Okay, I don't actually see their relations with anyone, which is kind of a shame, because I don't remember who attacked us during our last visit there, but they were, in fact, one of the reasons why we lost a ship there, if I remember correctly. And so, with that in mind, I'm going to be removing this tractor beam, and instead I'm going to be applying the space, the hyperspace thing, and also removing both of these turrets, and instead gonna be installing this thing. So yeah, there we go. Actually, I would really like to see generated energy. There we go. Okay, so that should actually be... Oh, 52%. Okay, that's just capacity. Never mind. Yeah, this is actually better. Yeah, I'm not worried about the turrets just yet. This thing is purely for the sake of being able to explore. And I use the term explore very, very loosely. But yeah. So, I'm actually curious about this. If I select all of my mining drones, can I actually tell them to directly... Yes, I can. So, that is something that I just did. And we're off. Hopefully, in a few moments, we are going to start traveling towards the... Oh, you know what? I have room... I have actually, quote, room for 2 combat turrets. But in all honesty, the 2 turrets that I really want would probably be something along the lines of this. One over here, and one over here. There we go. And I'm going to set it to defensive. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if we get attacked by something, having a pair of defensive turrets to ward against, you know, torpedoes is going to be a bigger deal than usual. So I'm going to try to get to elusive Cyan Beta, or somewhere close to that. And hopefully we're not gonna get jumped by bounty hunters or headhunters or whatever the name it was. It was the game's mechanic where ships that are... Oh. Who this? Normanu? The Church of... No, this is a completely... Oh, it's a smuggler's hideout. Okay. This actually works. There's one mining drone. And I'm just waiting for the other ones. Actually, I can just tell this one to just go. There's mining drone 2. There we go. And Mining Drone 3. They are gonna start mining here, I think. It's just gonna be easier that way. And as for us, let's very quickly take a look around. Now, of course, I don't have my object detector, so this is going to be a very crude, very quick look around. And yeah, that's actually a lot of neonite. I'm really looking forward to see if these things are just going to be able to grab as much as we can. Yeah, there we go, some neonite. So, a small reminder, we will have to build all of our new ship out of neonite and titanium. So hopefully we're going to have both at some point. But yeah, I'm just going to keep exploring and try to find the main system of these guys. Okay, so we are in fact in one of their places. But my question is, can I use this place as a reconstruction site? Probably yes, but not yet. My standings with them are neutral, so that's actually good. We're not going to be... But they are the good kind of neutral. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so right now, what I really want is to come across some sort of trader so that I can find their capital system. Oh, speak of the devil. Okay, so, wow, that is far. Wait, this nation could actually be bigger than the starting one. Unless this is in fact their northernmost border, in which case that's, you know, acceptable. That's perfectly fine. Okay, you know what? I don't want to deal flying there. So they're just going to do that by themselves. And in the meantime, we are in fact going to be productive by taking a look at the bulletin board. Transfer vessel, not the kind of mission that I want. If I'm completely honest, the mission that I want right now would be the slavers one. That would be amazingly good right now. And yeah, let's keep going. Okay, and just like that, we are in fact in their capital system. Now the question is, okay, they will in fact trade with me. That's good. And just straight off the bat, I can see we have a average tech rating of 21. That's actually good. And this Tesla turret already accounts for a fifth, like this one singular iron Tesla turret already accounts for, you know, at least a fourth of our previous DPS, which was 5,000. So, needless to say, this is actually going to be pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy some of these mining turrets as well. Or maybe I should just wait until I find some neonite ones. The titanium ones are quite literally the bare physical minimum that I can afford. And right now, do they have a rescue mission? But it looks like mostly it is just delivery-related things that we don't really care about. Okay, so the question is, it looks like we do have the ability to request a ship. And the ship design itself is, in all honesty, pretty frickin' neato. Now then. Ship. Oh dear. It looks like a robot, man. And neonite, please. Yeah, there we go. That's actually a whole bunch of iron. That is a very interesting design, I'm not gonna lie. What else do we got? Miner? Oh, this... Okay, so this actually kind of looks a little bit more like what we got previously, so maybe that's not gonna be something we're gonna be going for. Oh, wow. Hello? Oh, what is this? Game, what have you generated for me? This is actually terrible. Cargo hold. Freighter. Oh dear lord. I suppose one of the cool things about having a small ship like this is that the recharge time on the, you know, the warp drive is actually very, very quick. Rather, very, very short. But right now, it looks like I'm having some problems trying to find any missions that would actually help us with our reputation problem. If I'm really going to refer to it as a problem. It's just that I can, like, technically speaking we're here, but we are not really starting the next part of the Let's Play just yet, simply because I don't have a ship yet. Transfer vessel, that's really nice and all, but it's interesting how you... I don't know, maybe there is a specific place where these kinds of missions would usually spawn more often than not, but I'm not really aware of that. I think the object detector has somewhat made me very comfortable with the fact that there's something always just pointing out interesting stuff for me. But I suppose that is one of the risks, and I did mention that that might be the case if I'm not too careful. Oh well. Okay. So, this is definitely going to be the new home for Jerry, once I get the chance to kind of expand on that. Right now we're kind of using Jerry. I can't really spare him for this sort of thing. But this is most definitely where we're going to get some of our turrets from. Okay, I think I see our first claimable asteroid. Let's see how much of a difference this makes. So we are currently neutral, and maybe a fifth of the way towards good. So let's actually take a look at how big of a difference will it make. Oh dear. Oh wow, that's actually a pretty sizable amount of moonies. Honestly, I would have thought that they would have given me more. But hey, I do appreciate the amount of money they gave. Because in a few moments, we will need all of that money to upgrade our mining ships. Investigate missing freighters. Is this a combat mission? Hope not. I'm noticing that we are not encountering a lot of equipment dealers. Or at least a lot less than what we saw in our first nation. Which is kind of bad, actually. Steel tubes. Chemicals. Energy containers. Plastic. Oh. I think it might actually be easier for me if I focused on finding and selling claimable asteroids. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to have to be the way to go. I'm slowly exploring. Like, that is one of my main objectives right now. Just go do the thing. Okay, I'm gonna return to those in a moment. And I will have to just apply a new type of drone. It will just... Oh! What is this? Buccaneers of... And also another scrapyard. So, west, southwest. So, that's a bad place to be in. Noted. Okay, we're about to get hit by those subspace signals. And I am very curious to see what kind of ship is it going to result in, because I will have to very quickly claim, sell, and sell. And we're gonna go back to one of the more populated systems, so that once they spawn in, there's gonna be plenty of friendly ships around, and I'm gonna try to do some amount of damage to them, simply for the sake... Simply for the sake of... Wait, what? So wait, which one was the hazard zone then? Okay, let's see if we can apply any amount of damage to these guys. Never mind. Those guys just got obliterated. And of course nothing actually dropped. What about this? Okay, so that place over there, it just got called a hazard zone. Why? And why did I get that? I want to go and check it out. Like, that's actually important. So something happened in that sector here that I'm not in, by the way, but it was just called out as a hazard zone. I have never seen that before, and okay, yeah, civilians beware. Haha, but joke's on you, I'm not a civilian. So what is this? I don't see anything wrong. Did anything happen here? Oh, yeah. That is definitely a wreckage. But that doesn't look like a ship, that looks like a station? And that's interesting. No, that is definitely a ship over there. Alright, ladies and gents, I'm gonna make a cut here, because in the next episode, we are actually going to... Oh, wow. That's some interesting cargo. Cargo that we cannot physically pick up, because obviously we have no cargo hold. Ow. That's dumb. Looks like that was a trading port at some point. And I just picked up a very bad iron mining system, actually. Okay, so today's episode is done. We are currently sitting at quite a bit of titanium neonite, and we are going to be using that in the next episode to upgrade all 3 of our mining drones. As much as we, reasonably can. Because that's not really a lot. But yeah, that's the idea. Alright, ladies and gents, placing cut here. This is Spam CK Syndromes. Fly safe.